Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys, whenever you may be watching this. I appreciate you tuning in to watch my little channel. Uh, Today, we're going to be talking about coins. It is super cold outside, and it's raining snow mix here in Ohio. And we actually have some more bad weather coming in, so metal detecting is kind of on a standstill till it at least gets about 40 degrees out. Anything below that, you stand a risk of breaking your metal detector, breaking the coil wears off, really damaging the battery in the cold. So just kind of hold off on that till it's above 40. No big deal. Anyways, today I wanted to show you a few things I've got since my last video over the last 2 weeks. Nothing special, just some clad coinage and some worn silver and copper coins. But as you guys know, I collect anything and everything, no matter if it's worn or mint condition. I actually prefer worn coins, circulated coins, because they have a history to them. They have a story to tell. They have a soul. So something to think about. Anyways, here is a 1971 half dollar. My wife found in circulation. Someone spent it at Kroger's. It's a Denver Mint. I always like getting these. They're nothing more than face value, but they're fun to collect, fun to have in your collection. I have a huge non-silver coin collection, non-precious metal coin collection, as well as the silver and gold coins that I collect. Here's a 1993, and I thought this one was interesting because it looks like it had a really weak strike. If you look at the 93 and then the 71, just look at the eagle, look at the definition and the contrast of the coin. This is more mushy, this is more crisp, I guess you would say. And you would think the older one would be more worn. But you can see his hair better on this 93. And it's a Philly mint. That's one of my rights at Denver Mint. Yeah, wife got both these brought in at Kroger's, and she brought them home for me. I appreciate that, love. Alright, next coin I got up. Here is a 1830 large cent. I picked this up for just a few bucks about 2 weeks ago. I have a small collection of large cents. Most of them are hold or damaged in some way, but they're still a piece of history. And I like a hold coin. I don't mind a hold coin. Several of my coins in my collection are hold. Yes, numismatically it makes it less desirable and destroys the value pretty much, but it's still worth a few bucks, and it's a piece of history. This is a coin from 1830. This coin, I mean, it's over 180, 190 years old, 195 years old. My math might be wrong, just doing that off the top of my head, but yeah, crazy to think about. 1830 large cent. Next coin up, I thought was kind of cool because I didn't have a coin or a larger silver coin from this country. It's a shame that someone crossed him all up like that, but it's Swedish. I believe it's Carl the 17th. I'm not the best at reading Roman numerals, but for anybody that can, there it is. Carl the X1V. And it's 75% silver. It's a 1/8 Reichsdollar from 1832. And I thought it was a really nice coin. It's heavily circulated. It is a metal detecting fine. But I only gave $5 for this coin. And like I said, it's 75% silver. It has an ASW of 0.1025 and it weighs 4.25 grams. KM number 626. There was 2,829,000 minted, guys. It's not a super rare coin. Even if it was rare, it wouldn't be valuable in this condition. But it's one from my world coin collection that I didn't have, and it's silver. So I like that. The only other Swedish coin I have is a small tin ore from 1903, I believe this coin is. And it's from Oscar. Yep, 10 ore, 1903. Austria the second. And this is about the size of a half dime, 1.4 grams. ASW, you can see, is 0.0186. So yeah, I wanted something a little bigger for my collection, so I got that. And next is a coin that I've never owned before, and I was actually excited to get. It's heavily worn, heavily circulated. It is an 1816 King George III half crown. It does have a rim ding right there on the side. It's heavily circulated. Personally, I would say this is a call, but it melts. The intrinsic value of this coin is over $25, pushing $26, depending on the price of silver at the moment. When it was $61 an ounce for silver the other day when I bought this, I paid 20 bucks for it, and the melt value was 24.80 something on it. So I actually got it under melt when I bought it, which is pretty cool. And I thought the wear pattern is very strange on this coin. Like, how does it get worn here and here, but not in the middle and on the top? And then if you think it's worn on these two spots, it'd be worn heavily on these two spots. And it's not. It's worn more heavily up here in the corner. So I kind of wonder if this was maybe an ex-jewelry piece. Might have been an amount. I'm not sure. Anyways, like I said, this is a half crown. It's from 1816. Its KM number is KM667. It has an ASW of 0.4205. And that is all the information I have written down on it, I believe. It is 32 millimeters in size, 92.5% silver. And originally when this coin was minted, it weighed 14.1 grams. But I would say with the wear on it, it's going to probably have a half gram shy, maybe a gram, because these coins usually have a lot of raised detail on them, and this one's pretty smooth. But yeah, I couldn't pass that up. The reason I couldn't pass it up is, one, it was for under melt, and two, it is a match of the year 1816 to my shilling that my friend Shane in the UK sent me. This was a coin that he actually dug up metal detecting in the UK. Shane's from Great Britain, and he lives over there in Staffordshire. He has a YouTube channel called the Staffordshire Searcher. Kind of hard to say. Staffordshire Searcher. Great YouTube channel. He doesn't upload a lot, like every week anymore, but he has a lot of great content on there, and he has a great backlog of videos. Great guy and a great channel. And this one is super heavily worn. I believe someone was wearing that down with their finger to make it into a love token before they lost it. So he sent it to me. We've been friends. We both started our YouTube channel like the same week, like 6 years ago, and we've been friends ever since. And he sent me some coins and metal detecting finds from the UK, and I sent him some coins and metal detecting finds from the US. Alright, so yeah, there's a couple of my King George III coins. I really like this half crown. Also, I have this sixpence from 1787. This is a 1-year issue from the Bank of England. It weighs 3 grams. Its KM number is 686. And like I said, it is a 1-year special issue from the Bank of England on Christmas Day. The reason they made special issue coins is the same reason you see a lot of tokens and condor tokens and jettons. Around the late 1700s, early 1800s, the UK had a huge shortage of coins, kind of like the US did here in the 1820s and 30s. So, yeah, you can just barely make out the date on that, but it's 1787, and that is the year that the U.S. ratified the Constitution of the United States of America. That's why I like this coin. Also, another cool coin I got of King George III is this beautiful condition, 1762 3 pence. It has a tiny, tiny hole right there above his head. Other than that, this is, I believe, a Monday coin, which is like their religious holiday over there. This has been a first-year issue when George III took the crown. ASW 0.0448, KM number 591, and it has a weight of 1.5 grams, made of 92.5% silver. Its date is 1762. First year King George III took the throne. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and checking out my coins I got. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're having merry holidays, happy holidays, and I wish you all the best. I'll see you on the next video, guys.